Hey everybody, this is Benny, and today I am continuing where I left off with my new player guide that I released last week. I'm kind of doing this as as a let's play moving forward, but I'm going to try to talk about the things I'm doing and how they relate to getting through this early game phase. So, I mean, you can kind of see it as a guide, but also I'm just playing around, so I might not remember to mention something. And if you have questions, drop them down in the comments. For anybody that's asked questions in the comments before, you know I'm quick to answer. I usually don't take too long to get to you. That being said, I've got a lot of stuff going on this week, so I may be a little bit late to respond, but I always appreciate your questions, your comments, and your compliments. It all means a lot to me. So, where did we leave off? Well, we finished this base here, or finished putting together a starting base. It's enough to kind of get us through. And did I set my spawn point on here? No, I did not. There, now I've got a spawn point. So if I die, I'm going to appear here instead of randomly dropping down. Now, it is hard to pass up free meat. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. Likely I could have just killed him with a knife, but hey. We really need to get these levels up here so I can get a bone knife, because quite frankly this thing takes constant repairs. Of course I could use an axe for breaking up bones. Axes are way more durable than stone knives. Let's see here, and let me go ahead and make sure I got enough oxide to get through. And I'm not the kind of person who min-maxes things, you know. It just doesn't my brain doesn't function that way. I don't like to spend a whole lot of time trying to find the absolute best way to do something when I can be just as content with the acceptable way of doing something. Okay, so I know we're getting close. Oh man, we're all full up on stuff. Now, I started making this. I was going to do something like, so I can, because I really put this way too close to the edge. So I was going to be like, well, maybe I could do like kind of a wraparound deck. And I think I'm still going to go with that, but I'm going to need more wood. Is it just wood I'm missing? Let's see here. Yeah, just wood. I got plenty of fiber. I got lots of fiber. Almost more fiber than I know what to do with. I'm just going to... I'm not collecting rotten stuff right now, so I can go ahead and get rid of that. And, man, as soon as we can get seed pouch made, those are useful. It takes all these seeds out of your, from taking up space here. You can also do... berry and seed bars for food. So I'm going to keep an eye out for berries. I accidentally ate my whole stack. So, okay, there's some berry bushes over there. I'm going to grab some wood as well. Okay, so now I grabbed enough berries to do a couple of these. And there you can see the effects of one. So really not a bad one for early game. So now I've got all 3 spots in my stomach filled at the moment. See, I've got 3 out of 3. Like I've said before, you can get this up to 5. One is from your talents, and that's over here in farming, of all things. And you got to work your way to the bottom of the farming tab here to get a +1 space in your stomach, which is awesome. That's a long way ahead, obviously, because you've got a lot to get through to get to here. But you can get, but when you get there, that extra buff makes a huge difference, especially when you talk about later foods that are making a huge difference in your stamina and your health and all that. So I got a couple of those made. I've got one in my stomach right now. 8 minutes isn't too bad. Well, what are they, 10 to begin with? Yeah. So 600 seconds. You get 10 minutes out of these, as compared to, well, I guess you do get 10 minutes out of a berry. So 10 minutes out of a berry, and also 10 minutes out of charred corn. So keep those things going, and just try to remember. It'll make a little noise when they run out. So just try to keep your buffs going early game. It'll help you get through all this stuff a lot faster. So, and there's a level. Now, I don't know why I'm in here chopping trees in dense brush, because it makes it way harder. Now, I think my goal for today is going to be to complete that first mission over here, if I can get that far. If you look over on the far left there, my next mission is to build and place a contact device, which is made at the crafting bench, so that I can engage with simple missions and operations. And the point is to get those simple missions going. Now, I already have a bunch of gear on the space station that I can use to augment my games early on like this. I'm not doing that because I'm doing kind of a beginner style playthrough. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to take anything off the station until I have earned it in this game. So what I'd like to do early on is get a good pickaxe. And the reason I want to get a good pickaxe, well, it doesn't even, it's the first pickaxe. The first pickaxe that you can unlock on the station. Because it can break up exotic nodes. And then that can start you on your whole path to gaining exotics. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tech tree and see what we're going to get next. So my thought process is this. Bone sickle is going to mean that you can harvest a lot more fruits and veggies and all that stuff. Oh, he could cause a problem. I'm just going to go ahead and take him out if I can. There we go. I'm just going to go ahead and break them down because early on you don't pass up any of those materials. All right. I hate those horses. They're so easily irritated, and they're just on you. They come at you from a long range. You don't hear them coming. They don't howl like a wolf. They just come at you. All right. Oh, there's a broken knife again. Which is probably why I am going to take bone knife, if I can get that right away. Just need to be... maybe I had to be level 5 for that. I might have to be level 5 for that. So that might actually have to wait, because I am level 3. So bone sickle, I think we're going to get that so we can harvest and get enough berries faster. Thought it was another horse for a minute there. Let's see. Let me get the torch going so we can see what we're doing at night. Alright, here's a seed pouch. That's good to have to organize your seeds. I tell you, I got 2 points left to spend, and there are just so many things to spend it on. For building wise, I could do a shovel and dirt foundations, and that would allow me to, really cheaply be able to put up foundations, or, like over by my base to extend around it, or even do, a dirt bridge across the landmass here. I'm dropping rotten meat. And my oxygen's low. I forgot to put that in here. There we go. It's so easy early on to forget the things that become... that you just take for granted later. Like once you've got a canteen and an oxygen tank, you won't worry about those things for hours and hours on end. You know what? I am going to go ahead and unlock the shovel. This is probably a controversial decision here. Unlock the shovel and dirt foundations. And let me show you what I can do with that. So we're going to crafting. Make one of these shovels. Man, am I just full. Maybe I should have got the seed pouch. Get that bone sickle going. Oh, man, another one. Yeah, and he's coming after me, I'm sure. Yeah, here he comes. I'd rather use a knife for that, but I broke the knife. There we go. Oh, man. Stupid horses. Oh, I do have a talent point. I even forgot about that. Let's see. Talent points into... I think I'm going to drop it into movement speed again. Keep the ability to move quickly. Get from place to place faster. Okay, so now let's look at... get these things organized a little bit here. Let's look at using that shovel. So, shovel's easy. Oh, we're going to have a storm coming in here. Depending on the severity of the storm, we might have to get repairs going because those wood cabins don't last long. Now, this does tire you out really quickly, but go ahead and work at it. Get some dirt piled up. And then, there we go. We got extra space. So now I got some dirt built up. It's down here in my toolbar. And I'm just going to come in here and craft as many of these as I can craft. I'm going to show you how these go together. So I got those going. I don't need to stand around for them. I'm just going to come over here. I am overweight, so I'm getting slowed down a little bit here. But it's fine. And, oh, here they're down here. So I'm going to go ahead and just, these will snap. There we go. Now I'm supporting that. I can come around this side. Oh. My wraparound deck's being built cheaper this way. I mean, I'm still going to put the wood on it, but at some point. Get another one of these coming. Come on. There it goes. But now we got a way to get around that side. And eventually we'll be able to use it to get inside. All right, we can get in and out of the storm and get our repair hammer going. And you'll notice as things start to break, I mean, you can scan the hit points here, but you'll notice when they start to break. Now, I believe these repair with stones. You want to make sure you have stone. I do not have a lot of stone on me. But I always try to keep the materials, basic repair materials on me in case something goes wrong. So I'm going to go over and get some stone so I can repair things as I need to. I'm going to really need storage containers pretty soon too here. But you can see I'm already halfway to the next level. So at this stage of the game, it does not take long to just gain levels by doing. And crafting is a great way. So, let me get in here. You can just craft. Just craft things up. And that's going to help you build up as well. Do a couple more foundations. And you can see those are worth experience. Alright, we're starting to build our deck here. Although, this weather's probably going to just ruin it real quick. Or weather in general. The storms in this game can be brutal. So far, I'm not taking damage. The storm is not at a class. If you look up in that upper right-hand corner, you see the storm is in the yellow. That's not going to do damage to this. I believe it would thatch. If we had a thatch house right now, we'd already be taking damage. Wood is kind of impervious to damage from these low-level storms like that. If that was in the red, or there was a red patch during that storm, that's when you would need to be worried. But even then, it only damages it so fast. Generally, you can keep up with it. Oop, that must be stone. I can't really see too well. I could make a torch. I suppose I could just make a torch. Alright, now I got the torch in there. I can turn the lights on. Now it is getting later in the day. You can see the clock up there in the upper right. So, we probably could sleep. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, I do not have a campfire going. That's because it's out of fuel. Alright, so we're going to do that. All right. It's morning. Now, sleeping through the night will not speed up storms. They basically pause while you're sleeping. So it also doesn't speed up your metabolism or anything. You don't like... There's that exotics node. You don't, use up all your oxygen or your food and water while you're sleeping. Now this oxygen thing... Oh, good. I was going to say this oxygen thing is starting to become a problem. There's some oxide. Alright. That'll help. You can just manually consume this. Or the whole stack is what it took to fill me up. Or you can just put it in there and you'll slowly consume it. But you can consume it and then stick more in there, and that's the reason you would want to like do a consume stack on there, just so you can maximize how much is in your slot. And therefore maximize the amount of time you can not worry about how much oxygen you have left. Alright, let's go ahead and max these out. It does take quite a few. It takes 20 dirt to make a foundation piece. And I think what I want to do, just to make this easier, is to just go ahead and bridge. Oh! I thought these extended all the way to the bottom. I guess they do not. And in that case, they are not supported. So that was a waste of time. I thought they extended downward. Lesson learned. I've never really used them for that kind of thing, and I guess they don't work well for that kind of thing. Let's hear repair. I need wood to repair my shovel. Now, one thing I always forget is that I can just hold down the F button, or whatever key you have bound, to collect wood. You don't need to keep repeatedly hitting it. So if I can remember to do that, you won't have to listen to me repeatedly clicking my very clicky keyboard. See? Just holding the button down. Okay, now we got some wood. I'm going to go ahead and repair my shovel. There we go. And, yeah, I know, I'm full. I really should have done a storage container. Again, that's all up to you what you want to do first. All right, so I think with these foundations, I'm going to have to do, yeah, like this. And then start, use a solid block all the way across. I'm going to use these as bridges. Now that seems to be anchored on the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Fish bit me. I've got a little bit of a fish poisoning here. It's just affecting my movement speed. It's not a big deal. Now, one place to look for oxide or any of that stuff, there's some right there, is around these cliff faces, around the mountains. There tends to be a lot more of these kinds of boulders up in those areas. Now, oh, my backpack is full, and that's rough. Is this stuff going straight in? Yeah, it's going straight into my oxygen. Into my oxygen slot, anyway. And here's some more over here, and some more pumpkins. I think do they only stack to 10? I think they might only stack till 10. Oh no, let's keep on stacking. So I'm gonna keep stacking these until I've got a full stack, and then, but I won't carry around more than a stack of pumpkins. They're not that great of food. And berries I've been turning into granola bars, because those are going to be useful right now. You're not going to be getting farm plots going on this early, more than likely. Oh, there's a pumpkin underneath this oxide. So I really need to sort through this inventory here. We sort button, see if that helps. It doesn't. I've just got too much of stuff, and I hate to get rid of any stuff right now because of that. But yeah, we're gonna work on this. All right, there's a level. Now I can get in here, and I think storage is becoming a problem. So let's get that small storage crate going on. And this oxidizer is not that big a help. It's not until tier 2 where we really start to gain something from that. I'm not having a food problem, so I'm not gonna Not going to get the basic fishing rod at the moment. Trying to see what's important here. I don't use spears. If you're interested in using spears for combat, go for it. Firewhacker. I mean, if your cabin catches on fire, this is your only option to try to fight it. So, a lot of times that is something I choose. I don't use shields, but you can go ahead and play around with it. All right, we got bandages. That's going to happen at some point. I'm going to get cut, and I'm going to need a bandage. And I'm surprised it hasn't happened already. Wolves will cut you. It's just, it happens. Splint could be useful pretty early on. It sucks walking around with a broken leg, but and there are when you have a break, your broken leg will not heal. It's permanent. Doesn't even matter if you die. And the same thing goes with wounds. And there's another one up in here. This is for deep wounds. They don't go away when you die. You need to be able. You'll respawn with them. So go ahead and fix that as soon as possible. I'm going to get this seed pouch with my other unlock, and that should help with inventory space. So I'm going to come in here. I am going to somehow try to fix my situation here, which probably involves me finally just getting rid of some stuff here. We're going to go ahead and make this. And now that we've got that, first of all, seeds are going to go in there automatically when we harvest them. I'm just going to go ahead and drop these in here manually. But from now on, when we gather seeds, they're going to go directly into this pouch. So they won't become an issue until you fill up the pouch. It does only hold, you got to open it separately like this. It does only hold 6 types of seeds. So that'll become an issue at some point. But otherwise, it's definitely going to help you. Gotta get down and get some water. It's going to help you keep some inventory slots clear. Now, when I go to craft, I will need to pull seeds out of here. I wish it didn't work that way. I wish they were just considered to be, part of your inventory. 2 of these. They're just going to go in my stack down here. They're on the toolbar at the moment. It's fine. They went there because I was out of inventory space. Not going to stop for pumpkins at the moment. Are these soybean? Yeah, so soybean are not bad early on. You can put these in the campfire and make crunchy soybeans. And I'll grab some here, because why not? Now those seeds automatically went into my seed pouch. So that's good. Now there are certain things that aren't going to be useful at all this early in the game. One of those is wheat, which you're going to use for making beer later. Or yeast, for that matter. I don't see any right here, but anyway. Let's get some water. There we go. Don't collect those things yet. It doesn't make any sense. You can kind of, get an idea where those are so that you can come back to them later. But otherwise, they're really not of any use at this point. And it's going to be a while before you're making beer if you're at this point in the game. Now, you can't drown in this game, so don't worry about that. You are wearing a spacesuit, albeit is a terrible spacesuit that allows you to catch infections while in caves, and it's obviously not weather resistant, and it leaks oxygen, so there's that. But other than that, that doesn't even come with an oxygen tank when you drop down. I guess you're just holding your breath at first. Alright, let's come in here and not a wood pile. We want a small wood crate. These are absolute garbage, but hey, early on it is what it is. You open this up and you'll see I've got just these few spaces here. But hey, that is way better than nothing. Now I can hit control and move one item at a time, or I can hit shift control and move all of one type of item over here. I can also add to stacks once I've got to that point. You'll see my leather one over there. So these are all, nice little tricks for moving things over to your inventory. Now, obviously my inventory is full already. I am going to carry a stack of fiber on me I'm going to carry a stack of bone. That way I can store up a couple stacks of sticks. And just like that, my inventory is far more organized than it was. My weight is, well, doing better. Most of my weight problem right now is actually due to how much wood I'm carrying around. And that's going to be fixed by, crafting some things that we're going to need to expand the cabin here. Okay. We got 2 talent points to spend that I forgot about. So, again, this is so... It's so dependent on play style. If you're looking for a guide on the best ones, I can't tell you what that is. Again, I'm not one of these min-max people. I like stamina regeneration, so I'm going to spend 2 points on that because stamina seems to be something I run out of constantly. Oh, I just noticed I also have a solo point available here. Love me those solo points. Movement speed, base health, and melee damage. I'm going with stamina regeneration. Okay, now it just popped up, so I'm going to point it out. This is dysentery from drinking tainted water, which is great. So a water filter could also be on my tech tree before long, but I don't. Is there even one available? I don't think there's one available at. Oh, basic water purifier. Yeah, that's a rainwater purifier. I think the one that you put in the water must be later. This just catches rainwater and purifies it. I thought there was one that went in the water that was available at this level. Okay, so now I've got a little deck that wraps around here. I still want to get this bridge done because these banks are a pain in the butt to get up and down. The location I chose to build in really didn't work out the best, but I kind of like the challenge of when of being stubborn and not changing locations. Like at some point I'll probably be built all the way up on top of that rock. If I stay here, there are better places, especially later on when you got to choose your location based on what the available resources are. Okay, so what we need to focus on is, I want to get another one of these going. What we need to focus on is leveling up so that we can get to that next tier. Now, best way to level up is probably killing things. But first I'm going to finish this land bridge here. Okay, we're going to dig some more dirt. If I can find the right spot. Come on. Why is that dirt and that's not? Okay. Digging dirt does not give you XP. But crafting foundations does. Oh crap. I just crafted a whole bunch of storage bins, which I don't need right now. But we'll get some of our materials back when we destroy these. But not a lot. I think we lose half. All right. So I did use up a bunch of my wood by doing that, but I gained some experience. So I mean, win-win. All right. So I'm going to craft up these foundations, and I'm going to continue to work on my bridge. We've got weather coming in, but not the severe stuff, so nothing to worry about yet. Are these? I gotta make sure I'm sitting one on top of the other so that I'm not... Oh, it's that foundation. Why are they breaking? Can we not double stack these? Oh, I bet we can't double stack these. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, that's all right. So that one's double stacked, but it's also touching the... if I were to do one here, it'd be touching the wall. So it's getting its support from the wall. But apparently you cannot stack foundation on top of foundation. I guess there's probably good reason for that. First of all, dirt is probably not, structurally sound. Second of all, they don't want you to just cheese the game by building with these blocks here. That's fine though. I'm going to use this, and then I'll do some, do some wood and then pillars, and then I can build a bridge. Oh, now you see there's some... If you see up there in the upper right, we've got a bad storm coming in. And that's going to start doing damage. So we want to be ready for that. Now somehow my bed got damaged. It might be from this being too close to this open window. I'm not really sure. We're going to find out as this storm comes over the top here. It has always confused me on exactly when an open window is a problem. Obviously, we're not taking damage to these chests or the bed now. It took damage at some point, though. But things are about to get a heck of a lot worse. Thankfully, it doesn't last long. So here comes the worst part of the storm, and we are going to start seeing damage. And that's when we want to start repairing now. Repairing damage is going to be... It's going to look much worse than it is, okay? So you can see that that's dropping down. But your repair hammer will repair all the way to full. So wait until you're about, you know, I guess half, I would say. Or even under half, if you're brave. Otherwise, you know, you're wasting your energy. That storm wasn't even enough to, you know, permanently damage anything. But keep an eye out when the red portion of the storm is coming through, because that's when you're going to start taking damage. And that way you can make sure nothing falls below that threshold and actually breaks on you. All right, I'm going to start repairing because they won't be taking any more damage now. Oop, I don't even need to repair that one. There we go. I've never had doors take damage in the storms, but I'm guessing it's possible. Right? Gotta be possible. Otherwise, why would they have health? What we got here? Good there. There's one. And I'm going to check these. And they did not take damage. None of that stuff took damage. I suppose it's possible it took damage, like, in the beginning. Now, see, it's difficult to highlight this piece from the inside. So a lot of times I have to actually go outside to target these. And that one's fine. Yeah, I mean, you'll get a visual when they start to break down. I'm going to repair my deck. And this is what you would be doing with your bridge, if your bridge is made out of wood. Is every time a storm comes through, you'd be worrying about getting it fixed up. There we go. Use a little ramp here just to make it easier. What's neat about these ramps, let me show you here. We hit deploy. I'm going to get it to where I want it. Hold R, and you can turn it from a roof into stairs. Look at that. Now I've got an easy way up and down onto my deck. Actually, well, I do have enough, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off my deck here. Because, you know, priorities. All right. Looking good. And, you know, I can expand. You can always expand the house out here. Put doorways on both sides. Just walk through it. And that probably is what will end up happening. As you gain more and more workbenches, you're going to need more and more space. All right. So let's work on leveling up here. Okay, I want to grab more stone. I'm going to get a whole bunch more arrows going here. There we go. I am low on water again. All right, let's go. I have the dysentery real quick that time. Let's go ahead and get out here and find stuff to kill, get some experience going. And you do get experience for skinning and everything too. But keeping, you know, storing all those resources is probably going to become an issue at some point. Not keeping rotting stuff right now. You will later need that. I should put those pumpkins on the campfire. Didn't even think about it. And I'm losing, let's see here. We can do a berry, we can do a corn. Things are going to be a lot easier if I can keep those food buffs going. The problem is that I'm so used to foods that last so much longer that I keep forgetting to check. And I don't always notice the sound effect happening. Always on the lookout for oxide right now. That's another thing I would grab out of the station pretty quick if I were you, is the oxygen tank and canteen. Those are pretty great items to have early on. Man, I am having weight problems. Let's see here. I don't seem to be carrying that much. I'm not sure where most of my weight is coming from. Probably from, oh, yeah, that's a lot of charcoal. You would think that that wouldn't weigh that much, but it does. That's a lot of charcoal. So I'm going to have to head back and take care of this. But first, let's gain some experience here. That was a first for me. I got a kill cam shot, not a kill, because the deer walked in front of the baby that I was getting the kill cam on. Crazy. Oh, man. Never seen that happen before. Generally, a kill cam is a kill. And... oh, man. That's really cool. So these right here, this is a deep mining ore deposit. And these are going to become important later on because these are an infinite source of whatever material is there, in this case, salt. But you can't really access these until you get to the level of biofuel. So tier 3, you'll get these drills, these biofuel-powered drills that you can put down here. And you got to keep fueling them up, and you got to keep emptying the drill out. But it'll keep creating ore for you that you can use. And salt is, I mean, well, you do need salt. Salt is useful. But things like iron's a great one to have close by. And copper, gold, all the things you're going to need once you hit that, start needing electronics and that kind of stuff. What do we got over there? Yeah. Let's see if we can kill him. Not in one hit. Got one on my back too, don't I? Oh, man. Judging by the arrow stuck in that one of the shots I had planned for this guy here ended up in that other one. All right, so I gained 750 XP for skinning, okay? That's more than killing. So make sure you skin and take care of your animals if possible. Now, what just happened is I unlocked level 2 of Tyrannus in the field guide. So I come in here. This character... oh, I mean, I'm sorry. I unlocked 100% in them because this is shared between all your characters. So, player stat unlocked. Plus 10% weight capacity. So this is like... that's pretty crazy. This is the first one I've gotten 100% on. So obviously, 10% weight capacity is pretty awesome. And now you see that I'm not encumbered anymore because of gaining that. So that's pretty awesome. Work on those things. All right, back at camp, and we're going to drop off this. Now this is prime meat. This is good stuff. It has a 20% chance to drop from the creatures that drop prime meat, which are a lot of the animals you're going to run into in the beginning here. So deer, wolves, rabbits even. What the heck? Man, I'm getting a lot of these. Oh, is that a baby? Yeah, that's just a baby. I thought there was an adult standing right outside here. This baby must have been with that one of those adults that I killed. I am not I am not taming right now, so this thing is just going to be a nuisance at the moment. We're going to get rid of it. And we're going to turn it into meat. I don't think these even have a chance of dropping prime meat, but I can't say for sure. All right, so I've got the meat going here. It is nighttime. Campfire's blazing. Let's get some sleep. Okay, I think this is probably a good place to split this episode off. I'm going to keep recording, so there'll be another one hopefully coming fairly shortly after this one. So until next time, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Benny out.